Hello, hello. Welcome to the stream. Oh my god. I always forget how to stream right when I have to live stream again because I don't do it that often. It's always been my goal to do like a live stream once a week and have like a set time and be very regular about it, but my life has been too chaotic still up until now to pull that off yet. Maybe someday, but not today. So today I wanted to celebrate, get excited, and talk about the cast reveal for season 9 of Love is Blind. This is the Denver season, much anticipated. It comes out next week. We're less than a week away from the premiere. It comes out Wednesday, October 1st. And Love is Blind seasons are a big deal for the Miscellaneous channel. It's the biggest show I cover, or like the most popular show I talk about, recap, provide commentary on. And every season is just very fun to go on the journey together. And this live stream about the cast reveal and watching the season trailer has kind of become tradition on my channel. It's kind of like, for me, the unofficial opening ceremonies to a Love is Blind season. So it's kind of getting me excited. And the cast reveal has been out for a minute now, but I wanted to kind of wait. It came out pretty early, like a month before the season is premiering, and I thought it was kind of early to be like getting hyped because I feel like I would get unhyped by the time the premiere came. So now we're right about a week away, and I wanted to go through the cast, kind of make predictions, talk about kind of the city we're in, the setting, because there's a lot of buzz about the season taking place in Denver just because it's a city and area that has a lot of personality, a lot of kind of distinct traits about it. People are expecting a mess of a season. So I'm excited. I am very much excited that they are casting an Austin season soon. And I mean, it's probably going to take a while to get to that point where it's coming out. I live in Austin, so I've been waiting for that like for 9 seasons at this point. But I feel like Denver kind of has similar vibes to Austin. There's like a good amount of overlap there, so I feel like how this season goes will be kind of an indication to how Austin might go because we just have similar vibes as cities. Rather than, we have had Texas seasons, we had a Dallas season and a Houston season, which we don't like to talk about. But those cities have very different vibes than Austin does. And honestly, Austin is more similar to like a Denver, maybe even a Minneapolis that we just saw last season. So it's interesting. I'm very excited for Denver. I have a lot of friends who have moved to Colorado. There's kind of like an exodus happening in Texas the last couple years of people moving from Texas, and I don't blame them at all. I don't blame anybody. We've all thought about it at least, and half of us go and do it. And it's a beautiful state, a beautiful place. So I feel like very familiar with Colorado and Denver. So yeah, I'm excited. But it also has a reputation. I've heard the dating scene, I've heard it referred to as menver, like the ratio for heterosexual couples is like very skewed towards the men. Oh, someone in the chat. Oh, let me get the chat up here. I always forget. AM, you left Texas too. I get it. Like right now, especially like people are leaving. It's honestly really sad to be part of the people left behind. Right now, I don't have plans to go anywhere else, but it's something you got to consider often for a lot of us based on, the politics and the heat, honestly, lots of different reasons. Um, so, yeah, let's get into this season. I can't believe we're at season 9. It was kind of hitting me when the promos are coming out and stuff. It's like season 9, like we're almost season 10 seasons. Because Love is Blind is kind of crazy as a reality show. It comes out twice a year, not even counting international seasons. And I just feel like it's moving so fast season number wise because it's been out for 5 years, but it's almost hitting like 10 seasons because they just have such a quick schedule. They're like on that Survivor schedule and probably trying to make it to 50 seasons or how many? Yeah, 50. We're almost at 50 for Survivor. They're on that Survivor schedule. Okay, so first, I want to watch the trailer if, like, in case people trickle in or whatever, but for the trailer, I can't really play the audio. It's like a minute long, a minute to 2 minutes. But I do get flagged for the audio, which is super annoying. And I just kind of narrate it, but the trailer kind of helps set the scene for who's going to be important. And like, I'm going to try to pay attention hard at the trailer so that when we're going through the cast, we can be like, oh yeah, this person is going to be important. Like, the trailer kind of shows who is going to be heavily featured, who's going to get engaged. Because that's the thing about the cast reveals. It's like, there's like 30 people here, and we're going to get to know, like, I don't know, 10 of them. So it makes it a little overwhelming to, like, go through all these people, and, like, we literally never see them. Is this my right view? No, that's not my right view. Hold on. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to find my. Is it this? Okay, yeah. We'll do this view, I guess. Okay. So I'm gonna play the trailer. Hi, Penguin. I'm so glad you made it too. Let me put in the chat up here. I have to put in the. I forgot before I started to put in my chats everywhere. Live editing right there. Okay, so yeah, let me just play this real quick. It'll have, wait, will it have? Yeah. It will have subtitles. Well, yeah, let's do all of them. Okay, whatever. It'll have subtitles, but it's quick. We're just trying to see who's going to be important. Or I'm just trying to see. And you're not going to be able to hear it because YouTube will strike me and get mad. Wait, now I can't hear it. Oh. Okay, now I can hear it. Denver, Colorado. Okay, babies. He got snipped. Oh, he said he's Asian. Okay, that guy's gonna be important. Oh god, I'm not paying attention to who's who. Okay, okay. This girl with, like, the bronzy hair. He's drinking, partying. God, okay, we got religion. This looks like Austin straight up. Like, they're wearing cowboy hats. Okay. Well, that was way harder than I thought of. Like, I thought I was gonna memorize everyone in it. We'll see. Maybe once I see them in the cast photos, They'll come together. I don't know if I would remember everybody. One girl looked like she was wearing a wig. I think I'll remember her. One guy had like a hair, whatever. Well, I'll try to figure it out. We can refer back to the trailer. Okay, and by the way, something I noticed, the poster, because I was already prepping my graphics and stuff. Love is blind unless you're blindsided. So I think that's going to be a big theme this season. Blindsides. What are we on Survivor? I guess. Also, here's the schedule. If people are aware. I don't know if people care about this. I mean, no, yeah. Y'all must care about this too. But for me, it's very important to pay attention to the dates. Episodes 1 through 6 come out at the premiere. That's the way they've been doing it lately. It kind of makes it hard for me. I prefer when they do like 4 episodes at a time, but it does kind of front load the work to make a video about it, and it makes it easier on the next week. So 7 through 9 the next week, and then 10 and 11 the following, and then it looks like finale on October 22nd. And this is always finale, and they don't announce the reunion date till later. So I don't think episode 12 includes the reunion if they're going by past trends. Usually the reunion is like the Sunday after this. I don't know. They always change it up though, and it's not guaranteed. Okay, so let's start with the little copy. Well, it just says we're going new batch of singles in the Mile High City. That's the code name for Denver. New group, this time from Denver, will come together to date through a wall, hopes of falling in love, getting engaged. We all know this. This is the concept. Within a matter of weeks, they'll meet at the altar. They'll determine if love is blind. Okay. Yeah, nothing new. Nothing crazy. Where does it take place? Oh, wait. Okay. We know Denver, but they enlisted the help of the Minnesota Vikings, Josh Metellus, and Denver Broncos, Alex Singleton, to announce the global dating experiment heading to Denver. This must have happened at the reunion or somewhere. I don't recall it. He passed the ball next season. Okay, I don't know who these people are. Also, I didn't realize, like, remember at the reunion they premiered that Alex Warren song, which then became Song of the Summer? I had no idea till recently. My friend Pam, who was just on my channel last video, Pam told me, oh my god, did you realize it was Ordinary that premiered on Love is Blind reunion? And I was like, excuse me? No? I didn't know. I didn't recall that was the same song. That's just crazy how big that song got. But now I'm like, oh, Love is Blind probably had something to do with, like, getting a lot of momentum for that stupid song. Sorry. That stupid song that was #1, like, the whole summer on Billboard. If anyone follows the charts. I follow the charts. Okay, who are the singles? Check out our complete guide to the Pod Squad. I have it up here. We'll get there. What happened last season? Who's asking these questions? Okay. Has Love is Blind been renewed? Yes. Oh, Emmy nominated series. Emmy nominated? Really? I forget that. It's been renewed through season 10. Wow. I started watching that, and it was just a bunch of scenes from last season, and I was like, wait, what? But I can't play video on here. Okay, let's get into the cast. Ooh, I like this graphic. Okay. October 32. Oh, 32, so many. Yeah, same thing. Okay, incoming Pod Squad ranges in age from 27 to 41, with Aries and Gemini being the most common zodiac signs. I love that this is key information. That's kind of chaotic. if I'm not mistaken. So expect a few fiery spirits and some social butterflies. And since it's Colorado, a lot of daters who love the great outdoors. There are also a couple of nurses, a few professionals in the real estate game, and a handful of hairstylists. Plus, season 7 single Leo. Oh, I got scared he was coming back. Okay, no, he's not coming back. He better watch out because a new Rolex expert is entering the pods. Oh, God. Producers must love that. They love a callback. Okay, keep reading to meet every member. Learn who they are and what they're looking for in a relationship. Okay, I'm gonna watch this. I have seen some of this on socials, and I saw the thing about the guy who said he eats his boogers. Why would he say that? Okay, she's spiritual. This thing doesn't help us, though, to know who's going to be important because they just show everybody. This guy's going to be important, though. We saw him in the trailer. He said he was Asian, which is like gray area of like rules on Love is Blind to like say your race or what you look like. Okay, Anna, we saw her. Oh, she hates gamers. It's like the UK girl who hated gamers. Is this like trend alert? I think she was the one that looked like a wig. This guy. What is he doing? No, no. Okay, he's Russian. Oh my God. Throw. Okay. Okay. So she said she has an eye condition that she might be blind at some point, and this is an interesting point that I used to have a viewer, a commenter. I don't know if they're still around, but I think they were blind, and they said they found the show interesting, and then they watched it because like of the blind aspect to it. And it's interesting to me that they had never explored that before on Love is Blind. I mean, it's not that surprising because disability is very, underrepresented and taboo in society, unfortunately. But this is the first time we're seeing on Love is Blind actually tying in blindness and disability, which I've always found the name of Love is Blind to be a little bit like, is it weird? Like, not to be the friend that's too woke or anything, but like, it's kind of like that's an actual condition. But it is a very popular saying. So, whatever. But that's interesting to me that she's in there. I don't know if she's going to be featured or not, but interesting. And it also reminds me, like, TBT to America's Next Top Model, Amanda, season 3, who was like the first representation I ever saw of blindness and that disability. And she was very open about that. And she's iconic on that show. She conceived her son to the hour on 9/11. Like, iconic. Okay, anyway. Oh, he's a 41-year-old. She's 39, 35. These are good ages. 32, a lot of 30s. 29. Sorry, the subtitles are in the way. Oh, accent. He had like a British accent. Okay. Oh, I saw this. No. Ew. That's almost as nasty as the boogers to me. Sorry. He whistles. So quirky. Okay. Okay. Yeah, the guy that eats chicken, this guy. I'm gonna pay attention to him because he's on my list. Um, chicken with water in the blender with lemonade. That's crazy. Eight, like just eat the chicken breast. Eat the chicken. Like, why do you have to drink it? That's so gross. I'm sorry, that's gross. Not to be rude, but also I don't know where the protein. Like, you know, I feel like there's always like a stupid trend with food, and it's all like right now it's all about protein, protein this, protein that. I'm just like I'm over it. Like, why is it always a thing? What happened to just a balanced diet? um, Now it's everything's about protein, and like the 2000s were all about avoid carbs, and then it was like good fat. I don't know. I'm over it. Blended chicken, jail. Yes, thank you. Can't forget the like just eat the fucking chicken breast. What's whatever. Okay, let's start. Should I? I'm debating if I should start saving these. No, I'll just do it later. Um, Start saving all of their cast photos for my video. Okay, Anton, is he the Russian? Why is it so... Okay, whatever. I can't have him up in the words. Okay, he's 29, transportation, okay, whatever. Anton's biggest turn on is somebody who's willing to open up, share their life story. Feeling that connection is very important. His life story, by the way, started in Russia. Okay, yeah, he's a Russian guy. I thought he was 40. Okay, no. I think he just looked older to me. He spent his childhood there and may surprise the women he dates in the pods. English isn't his first language. His dates won't be able to see him, but he has a few tattoos, some of which he gave himself. Okay. It's really not that many tattoos to be making a big deal out of. Okay, he's ready to make an even more permanent decision and marry a woman who's family-oriented, wants to settle down, hopefully with a dog, though he'll readily admit that vaping is his worst habit. When it comes to relationships, you'll never see Anton blowing smoke. They love their little funny turns of phrases in these things. Okay, my friends and family would describe me as very truthful. That's probably my greatest quality. I'm skeptical because of the blindside call out in the poster. Somebody's gonna be lying. So I'm coming in skeptical. Okay, Blake, 34. He doesn't look familiar from the trailer. Okay, as an April Fool's Day baby, Blake knows how to take a joke, but he's never been more serious about finding a partner. In the pods, women who are interested in different perspectives will capture his attention. I find curiosity very attractive. Inquisitive minds go a long way. I'm a little more introverted than most people would expect. I process things internally. Up until now, Blake has prioritized his career. Accountant, okay, he makes good money. Probably. But he's ready to focus full time on finding love. This experiment makes that goal attainable. Speaking of goals, Blake has already accomplished a lot in his life. He's most proud of owning a home. Okay, cool. Where his beloved Bernese mountain dog, Mabel, calls the shots. Anyone hoping to become a dog mom to Mabel must enjoy what Blake calls stereotypical Denver things, especially hiking. Yeah, so far 2 for 2 on dog lovers, which it didn't register for the first guy, but that's very Denver. It's a very outdoorsy city, so I imagine dog culture is big. It's big here in Austin for sure. So probably we're gonna get a lot more dog mentions. Um, he's kind of giving Ben Wyatt, accountant, that hairdo, very Ben Wyatt vibes. Hopefully, he can only wish, right? Okay, Brendan, 32, finance. Solution oriented Brendan is always looking for ways to fix everything, but at least he's no fixer upper. The girls will be the ones to decide that. Brendan actually has a master's, which he earned while working full time. His friends and family describe him as caring, compassionate, and funny. So far, though, he's been unlucky in love. Maybe it's because he was born on Friday the 13th. Dating in Denver, or Menver, as others call it. Okay, we got a mention. Menver, Denver. Has been tough since there are so many more single men than women. Entering the pods, he's looking to meet a best friend who's respectful of others and makes him laugh, which is the key to his heart. I have a lot of love to give. I just haven't met the right person. I don't know. We never get much from these little bios. Everyone's on their best behavior. Penguin says, I'm wondering if the blind-sided bit has more to do with a switcheroo in the pods than anything else. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Or something like at the reveal. Oh my god. Okay, all these guys look the same already. I'm losing track. Okay, Chase, another 29. Wait, was he? No, he was not the chicken guy. Sadly, like, the crazies are the ones I'm gonna remember, because, don't sleep on Chase, okay. No, really, because he adheres to a strict 9:30 p.m. bedtime, wakes up at 5 a.m. to fill his day with lots of activities. Whew. Okay, after spending the last 8 months solo traveling around Southeast Asia, Australia, and New Zealand, he's ready to share a suitcase with someone special. And if she has a taste for adventure, even better. Chase has bungee jumped, biked 450 miles along the coast of California, and recently earned his dive master in scuba diving. All very Denver vibes, aside from scuba, but same type of people trying to do adventures outside. Ocean activities are really beautiful to share with a partner. In the pods, he's looking to match with a sweetheart who shares his sense of humor and active lifestyle. There's the Denver vibes. If the right woman is there, he'll be ready to dive deeper than the coral reefs. Okay. God, I'm not going to be able to keep track. They had to work extra hard in Denver to give more than 15 different flavors of white men. Yeah. That's going to be tough. Like, I mean, I'll tell them apart once I'm in because, they'll be featured. But right now, it's like, they're all very similar. Okay, Dio. I remember him wearing this, like, very, like, suit, like overdressed a little bit, perhaps, in the little trailer. Especially for Denver. This isn't I expect this fit in DC or something. But I did notice a suit in the trailer. Oh, and he's the one with the accent. Okay, yeah. He had the accent in the trailer. Y'all couldn't hear, but originally from the UK, Dio settled down in Denver, but has yet to find love stateside. His charming English accent will immediately make him stand out in the pods, but it's what's on the inside that matters most. Dio is looking for a partner to inject some optimism into the everyday. An overly negative person gives me the ick. I need some positivity in my life. His friends and family would say he's still single because he's picky. Dio, on the other hand, claims he simply wasn't ready for a serious relationship until now, determined to trade in the casual for the consistent. He hopes to meet a loyal person he can count on to stick around even when times get tough. Dio tends to be tardy? Oh my god. Okay, he's missed more than a couple flights in his life, but perhaps he'll find someone for whom he's worth the wait. Okay, missing flights, girl. Okay. I don't know that he was super featured in the trailer. Oh my god, I don't know. Oh my god, I don't know who was in the trailer. Oh, who was he? Dylan, financial, and they're all like finance, accountant. The other guy was what, IT. That's very Denver, also very Austin. Okay, Dylan, another Gemini. Dylan is constantly quoting The Office. And he'd like to meet someone who shares his sense of humor. You could say he's looking for the Pam to his Jim. Or maybe it's more like the Angela to his Dwight. He's freaky. Since he admits he can be a bit weird and his type on paper is physically fit with blonde hair. Okay, real original guy. More importantly, he needs his partner to be active, of course, and goal-oriented, go-getter who's always trying to find a better version of themselves. But after 4 years of being single, Dylan isn't willing to settle for less than he thinks he deserves. He just so happens to have attended the same elementary school as Warren Buffett. So, of course, ambition is important to him. Isn't Warren Buffett hella old? Like, I don't think there's a connection there, but they'll find anything to make a little paragraph. We found the most millennial man. It's so true, Penguin. So true. Man. Yeah, very that. Also, it's very like, he's so crazy. Love her. He's so weird. He's a weirdo. I doubt he's weird at all. You know, it's very that trope. In case you haven't noticed. Okay, I'm loving his pants, the socks. This guy's got style. Edmund, realtor. Okay, different occupation here. Energetic Edmund knows he can be, well, a lot. When I go out with friends, it's poppin'. It's poppin'. I'm just in the moment, having the greatest time, but I could see how that could possibly get on my partner's nerves. If that happens, you can ask him to take it down a few notches, but never tell Edmund to slow his roll, because his biggest passion in life is rollerblading. So tell him to take it down a notch or not. And when he gets going on his skates, he's faster than all the cars on a city street. Rollerblading is the one thing he'd never be willing to give up for a girl. Or gummy bears. Why would you have to give up rollerblading or gummy bears for a relationship? After earning his master's degree, Edmund moved to Colorado from West Virginia. Now he's looking for someone compassionate, friendly, and down to earth to join him for this next chapter. I mean, he's a Libra. He looks like a fun time. Realtor has to be very extroverted, very people person. He's giving fashion. I appreciate him. We'll have to see how serious he is about marriage or anything. Oh, Penguin, welcome to Pink Poochies again. So random. Yeah, the other guy. Oh my god, this guy looks just like... Oh god, I can't. Okay, Jensen looks just like... Not that one. This guy. Chase Jensen with the curly. Everyone's trying to do the curly mop thing. Okay, whatever. 29, data analyst. After college, Jensen biked across the country. Oh my god, these people are active. I'm not going to be able to keep up. Okay, from the Santa Monica Pier in Los Angeles to Montauk. Meet me in Montauk. The journey taught him a lot about himself, and he's eager to learn even more. Inside the pods, while Jensen is searching for a mate who can match his speed, she doesn't need to be able to bike from coast to coast in just 2 months, or quickly recite the alphabet backwards. One of his own hidden talents. But she can't be lazy, as that's his biggest ick. Jensen is extremely close with his 5 siblings, so ideally his partner would also be family-oriented, as someone who's always smiling, Jensen is often told he's too optimistic, but he believes his glass half full approach to life is what makes him so spontaneous and open to an unorthodox experience. Nothing brand new or exciting. Like, the alphabet backward. That's the thing with Love is Blind at times. It's like, there's no one alternative. Everyone's so, like, heteronormative, basic. It's kind of like everyone thinks they're so weird, and it's like, I can say the alphabet backwards. Oh my god. But whatever. That's just the world we live in. Okay, Joe. Also, they're all 29. I thought we had some 30-somethings, but 29 it is. Joe. Do you think anyone lies about their age on these? No. No, probably not. But I don't know. 29 is just always like a suspicious age, and like I feel like 9 out of the 10 guys we've seen are 29. Described by those closest to him. Also, Virgo man, people say. I mean, I'm a Virgo woman, so I try not to judge my co-sign, my Virgo Ben. But people say things. Other people can say what they want. Okay, described by those closest to him as the life of the party, Joe has been known to steal the spotlight at a karaoke bar, usually singing Queen. So weird. So random. His personable nature also serves him in his relationships, as he's most proud of being a loyal friend, since Joe's love language is quality time, spends a lot of time with his family, watching sports, going to concerts, regularly attending his nephew's soccer games. All very average Joe activities. His perfect match will not only want to join in on the family fun, but she'll also be eager to nurture their connection as a couple through genuine one-on-one conversation. In the pods, Joe hopes to meet someone with whom he can go deep and share his strong faith in God. Bonus points if she doesn't mind his near constant whistling around the house. Oh, he's the whistler. That was like in one of the videos. He knows it can be a bit annoying, but remember, his ability to carry a tune comes in handy on nights out. Was he in the trailer? I feel like he might have been, but they all look the same. But this whistling thing keeps coming up. I wonder if like it'll be something. Another thing that's interesting, well, not that interesting, we see it often on Love is Blind, is religion and Christianity specifically, which I'm interested in Denver if it's gonna, I mean, I think in general it's probably gonna skew more liberal and be more like those seasons, like DC was. Minneapolis was surprisingly conservative, but I don't really know Minneapolis' politics too well. But Colorado's weird because it has some like pretty right areas to it, and I bet this is gonna have people from Denver, from Boulder, from like Colorado Springs, because Denver, I don't know, there's all these like towns around in Colorado that I feel like, I don't know, but it'll be interesting to see how liberal it skews, or if it'll be more like we'll see both conservative and liberal, because I do feel like the people that go on the show, because they are more traditional, they are seeking marriage, it skews conservative even in the liberal cities we've seen. But it's interesting when they go to like a liberal city, like also when they did Seattle, Portland season 4, I feel like that skewed more liberal. I don't know. I feel like Denver should skew liberal, but we have seen already a couple references to like religion, which I'm trying to say, like, is it tied together? I think it kind of is. I just assume someone religious leans conservative, even though that's not always the case. But I don't know. I'm interested to see how it plays out in Denver. Okay. Jordan. See, this guy has the tattoos more than the other guy. Okay, Jordan. For for Jordan, patience isn't just a virtue. It's non-negotiable to a single father. Have we had that before? A single father to a 4-year-old? That's kind of rare. Penguin says, I think Love is Blind inherently attracts religious types because of the hyper focus on marriage and family. Exactly. Like, I feel like even when they go to liberal places, we find, like, several conservative contestants, and it's not, like, I would expect, just because I have generalizations about a city, like a Denver or a DC or Seattle, like, I think of them as liberal. It doesn't mean everyone is. And yeah, it's like, the show attracts people that are not alternative, that are traditional, and I feel like that generally means probably more conservative values in general. Oh no, this is the chicken breast guy. Oh god. Oh god. I'm upset again. He's a single father and he drinks chicken. I don't like that. I'm like, are you making your child drink chicken too? Okay, you can judge someone's character on how patient they are, but not on how they drink chicken. Jordan is looking for someone who will love his son like he's their own, but because a lot of people don't want to date parents, he so far hasn't had much luck. Jordan's best habit is eating healthy, but he's also well aware that his go-to chicken breast breakfast smoothie might not go down smooth for everybody. I know it's gross, but just trying to get my protein in. Like, protein powder, hello. Literally, bananas, I don't know. Though he didn't graduate from college, Jordan has gone far in his career. He's service manager. He's very proud of that and values ambition almost as much as a sense of humor and good hygiene. I'm really sensitive to smells and body odor. But you drink chicken with lemonade. It's not adding up. I will not let that go. I'm going to be thinking that, like, for all of his scenes. Oh no, how can you have a child and drink that? Please tell me he feeds his kid real food. That's what I'm saying. Okay, Love is Blind. AM says Love is Blind France as a single father. I've heard a lot of things about Love is Blind France. I know someone asked me to cover it. I bet it was, oh my god, it's escaping me right now. But there's one commenter I have that always asks me for the international seasons, and I just needed a break after UK. And I knew October was coming with season 9, but I have heard so much buzz about France, and Brazil right now is doing a 50+ season as well, which is very interesting. Kind of like a golden Love is Blind season. And that's interesting too, and that's, honestly, I'm more intrigued by that because it's like a new concept, and I don't cover every international season, but I cover ones where I understand the language or they're like a new concept. Like, I did Japan because that was like one of the first international, and Brazil season 1, or was it season 2? I think it was season 1. But I don't cover every single one because there's so many, and I don't always have like a connection to the culture, and I feel like weird commenting about it. But Love is Blind France has gotten so much buzz, and apparently the women are crazy, they say. That's all I've seen. I don't know. So let me know. I'll think about it. It's going to be busy with US for a little while, so it'll be delayed. But if either of those seasons are really worthwhile, please let me know. Because I am intrigued by both, just from what I've heard. Penguin says, I've heard France is good, but I haven't watched it yet. Golden Girls, Love is Blind sounds interesting, though. AM says, none of the couples are stable in the France season. It's all drama. I think I was hearing more buzz, like, in the first batch when probably people still had hope. But I've heard it's kind of, yeah, like, I just see, like, the titles of posts on Reddit, and it'll be like, this couple's unraveling and the downfall of this couple and that kind of thing. And I'm just like, oh, it's all falling apart, sounds like. So once it's done, let me know if either was like a good overall season. I would love to hear about it. But yeah, interesting for Jordan, single father. We haven't seen that. We don't see that often because so many times it's women who end up as single mothers if there's a separation. It doesn't mention if he's separated or widowed or neither. Like, I don't know, but that part is interesting. I hate the chicken thing, and I'm gonna be thinking about it too much. But um, it'll be interesting to see a male side of single parenthood. We haven't seen it in the U.S., and I think we probably saw it in. I want to say in Mexico, because Mexico, I feel like everyone had a kid, but I don't recall if the men had kids. I don't know. We also had like the situation with like Patrick in the UK where he had somebody pregnant on the outside while he was in the pods, and he did not disclose that, even though he has since, you know, admitted it that, and then we had the Tyler thing, which was a whole different kind of mess. So I like this. I mean, the bar's on the ground, but you know, he's a single father caring for a child and wanting someone who puts the child first or loves the child as his own. Kind of feels more like a Jess situation that we've seen in the past. Tyler's hitting kids. Yeah. Oh, we remember. Whore members. Okay, Logan, 35. Okay, good. Finally, some 30s. Account executive, another, I assume that's finance as well. Capricorn, okay. That's responsible vibes. I don't know. Logan is just a small town boy. Oh no. and he'll tell you that by singing it to the tune of Don't Stop Believin' by Journey. Okay, Glee. That's right. He's known among friends for spontaneously breaking out into song at any moment. He needs to link up with the guy that sings Queen. Family-oriented, Logan strives to strike up a romance within the pods with someone who will be excited to go home to Wisconsin and celebrate special occasions with his parents, sisters, and in-laws. And he can't wait to be a parent himself. So, not wanting to have kids is a deal breaker. Fair. He's also turned off by people who don't take accountability for their actions. Okay, coming in hot. After 4 years of being single, Logan's in the market for a partner who can own their mistakes and have tough, direct conversations that lead to self-growth. Penguin says, I missed the last minute or so. Because I had to tell my wife about the bigger eater man and the chicken smoothie. Yeah, those parts in the trailer freaked me out. I just can't. Why would you admit the booger thing? Also, who is the booger man? Have we gotten to him yet? Did I pass him? Well, I'm gonna reference back. I don't know if they'll put that in the paragraph. They might though. Okay, yeah, Logan seems like he looks the same as a lot of the guys so far. Very granola fit. You know, nothing too exciting. Don't stop believing. Okay. Michael. Okay, he's our 41-year-old. Medical sales, cancer. Michael is entering the pods, ready to shoot his shot, and he's had some practice as he's a regular at Dave & Buster's. These hobbies are so... Okay. Every time he hits the arcade, Michael makes it his mission to beat the high score in the basketball hoop game, and he'd love to have his boss babe by his side, cheering him on. I'm super excited for her to come along and realize she's got a winner. Fun fact, Michael has one small, big toe. What? What does that mean? His heart, on the other hand, is huge. He absolutely loves love and takes pride in being someone his friends can confide in. Entering into the experiment, he doesn't want another pretty face. He's looking for a beautiful soul. Jesse McCartney. However, a great smile will also score points with Michael. Too bad he can't see it in the pods. The youngest of 7, he grew up as the baby of his family, but nowadays he helps take care of his friends' kids, which he really enjoys. Interesting. I wonder if he has like a past. It didn't mention anything about like. Usually, I don't know. A lot of times, someone of this age has had like a big long-term relationship, separated, divorce, something, but they didn't mention anything. We'll see if we see him much. Sometimes, like, we see a contestant that's like, ooh, interesting, like something we haven't seen that much, but then they don't get engaged, so we don't see them ever. All right, Mike, 38. Sarah says, I'm tired of people saying they love love, it's overdone and boring, and big duh, it's love. I agree. I mean, so many of these paragraphs are very, like, the same. It's like, family oriented, loves love, can have a conversation. It's kind of like, no brain. Okay, obviously, yeah, sure. It's like, tell me your dark secrets. I mean, the Booger Man, at least he told us his dark secrets. Maybe that's his only red flag. Maybe we should be praising his honesty. No, I can't. Okay, Mike. Don't be fooled by his pretty face, because Mike isn't afraid to roll up his sleeves and get his hands dirty. From building houses to conquering the real estate game, Mike considers himself a jack of all trades who loves to spread the wealth. Okay, love that. I'm passionate about helping others, and I get fulfillment from seeing other people be successful. But he can't hang with those who can't help themselves. So anyone who gives off grandma vibes in the pods won't get a second date? What's wrong with grandma vibes? I love grandma vibes. Ideally, his partner will share his growth mindset and be excited to experience new things together. This globetrotter loves to travel to new places, always looking for the best beaches, views, and meals. But balance is key. Mike wants a partner who takes care of themselves inside and out. Is he the Rolex one? Because he's giving a little vain. I'm looking for a partner to be healthy mentally and physically. But you can't guarantee that guy in marriage. Okay? For better or for worse. I don't know. I'm looking into it because these paragraphs are very like PR nicely worded. But I'm like, who takes care of themselves inside and out? And he spreads the wealth? Does that mean he, like, buys his wife hair extensions, Botox, all those things? Like, some guys are into, like, the wife really maintaining that. Sarah says, growth mindset is another thing that makes me run from profiles. It makes me think they will be mad if I don't sacrifice my mental health for money. That's a good point. Mike is getting dragged on TikTok. I mean, I can see. Also, yeah, the grandma vibes, that's a red flag to me. Saying no grandma vibes. Like, lots of women say, like, they have grandma vibes. Like, they like to read, or they like to crochet, or they like to, I don't know, stay in. And it's chill. It's, like, kind of like cottagecore energy and stuff. But yeah, that's very true. The growth mindset kind of feels like code for like the rise and grind, hustle thing. I don't know. Maybe he wants a trophy wife. They did say someone was like, move over, Leo. Someone else knows about Rolexes. Maybe it's this guy. He's kind of money oriented. Will I like any of the men this season? It's miss after miss so far, Penguin. I know. Oh, Mike is the guy people are saying has scammed businesses, says Sarah. Girl. I mean, He seems very money oriented. He's he's not afraid to get his hands dirty. Oh my god. I'm gonna look up. Penguin says, "Sir, do you not want your wife to become a grandma someday?" Exactly. These men truly revealing themselves as shallow and looking for a good time. Exactly. No, yeah, this guy, like the paragraph tries to make it sound like, ooh, romantic or something, but it's like, it feels pretty money oriented. Pretty money oriented. Um, and yeah, shady. Well, I don't know if he was in the trailer that much, right? I don't know. I don't think so. Hopefully he doesn't make it to engagement, because, I mean, hopefully the girls see through. Well, you say that, I say that, and then some girls just ignore all the red flags, but, you know, we'll see, we'll see. Sarah puts his whole profile in a different light. Yep. Okay, Nick, 28. Oh, luxury watch dealer. Okay, he's the Rolex guy. Never mind. Um, this former duathlete, what the hell is that? I don't know, continues blazing trails in his everyday life. Nick started his own business a few years ago, which allowed him to give up the 9 to 5 grind and make more time for adventure. I'm most proud of finding a way to live my life on a different tempo and schedule than most. For Nick, that means booking last minute international trips anytime he spots a good flight deal, and he's looking for a partner who's down to rack up some air miles. I like to go on a trip with a little bit of spontaneity, and I live my life like that, so if every second is planned out, that's not going to work for me. In the past, Nick has held himself back from going too deep with the people he dates because he's afraid of hurting others. So, heading into the pods, he's excited to be given the time to build a strong connection with someone through emotional vulnerability. That doesn't tell me anything. He just likes to book last minute travel. Watchman, yeah. I guess he'll know about Rolexes. Wearing just what every straight man wears. Nothing much about him. He's our youngest contestant so far. That's all I can say. But good for him giving up 9 to 5, even though watch dealer. I guess you can do that anytime. Yeah. Nothing. Afraid of hurting others means conflict avoidant and won't communicate around issues, in Penguin's opinion. Yeah. Yeah, we'll look out for him. I mean, if he... God, I can't remember a single man from the trailer. I still haven't seen the haircut. I think I remember the haircut guy. I haven't seen him. He had like a very strong diagonal part. Oh, this guy. Okay, this is the guy we saw. Patrick, 31, construction manager. He mentioned, he asked like someone if they've dated an Asian man before or something. And that's interesting. Oh, they mention it. Okay. Could romance be in the cards for the poker player? Oh no, I don't like that. Poker player? Gambler? Always cool under pressure. He's not nervous about taking this unconventional approach to finding love, especially since dating as an Asian man in predominantly white Denver has sometimes been difficult. Okay, I'm glad they like put this in the paragraph at least. That's tea. Describing himself as a late bloomer, Patrick says he hasn't found the one yet because he was immature and insecure earlier in life. This gamble will pay off in spades. Oh, God. If Patrick meets someone who matches his easygoing energy, as he puts it, when a girl can just kick it, go with the flow, be spontaneous, that's money. For Patrick, that means being able to engage in the natural give and take of conversation. Because chatterboxes are an automatic ick. Why? Every man hates women. Okay. Though he won the Colorado Poker Championship in 2019, Patrick says he's most proud of being a first-generation college graduate. My family came over here from Cambodia in the 1970s, and I was the first in my family to get educated and find success in America. So we're going to see him a lot, I think, based on that trailer. He was in it a lot, I feel like. Interesting. This gambling thing scares me. I mean, he won. Okay. But I don't know. That just scares me in general. No matter what. Like, gambling freaks me out. Also, he kind of seems like there for a good time. A girl can just kick it, go with the flow. I don't know. There's no mention of, like, commitment or marriage really here. I mean, fighting the one, I guess, but not that that means anything, because all the other guys say, ready for marriage or anything, and it's like, later we see they weren't. Spoiler alert, but I like the representation and, like, actually calling it out. That, to me, is, like, different and new for Love is Blind. I feel like they kind of avoid putting any of that on the forefront. So it's something, but yeah, we're gonna see more of him for sure. They did him dirty with that portrait. I think so too. Yeah, it's like he's mid saying something, or yeah, I don't know. But he seems to have a personality, and I'm interested in him for the reality TV aspect. We're gonna see him a bit. Seemed fun, or like he was giving something. Like, he's the one I remember from the trailer. The only one. Okay. This guy. Rohan. 27. Oh. New youngest. Penguin. Yeah, it's pretty rare to him to have any, like, first-gen immigrant stories, so that's nice to see. Totally. Yeah. It's cool. I appreciate that. I'm excited to hear about it. Okay, Rohan. A polyglot? Excuse me? They're just making up new words? What is that? Am I ignorant or something? The first duathlete? Polyglot? I'm scared. No, I don't know. I don't know what that means. With a well-stamped passport, Rohan is hoping to find his forever travel buddy. Polyglot? Like, duathlete, I can kind of guess, like, maybe he plays multiple sports, but polyglot. Speaks multiple languages? What? That's cool. I've never heard that word before. Like, 2 languages count? Am I a polyglot? Or it has to be more than 2? Because that's fun. New word just dropped for me. Okay, after moving to the U.S. from India when he was 14, he's worked hard to put down roots in Denver. It's interesting, too. We've seen a pattern. Denver is very much a transplant city. And I think that is why it became, like, Menver, because so many, like, male-dominated industries, like finance, tech, have work opportunities there. But we have seen a pattern of, like, many of these people are from other places. I feel like when we did Minneapolis, everyone was from, like, Minnesota, Midwest region, and Denver has, like, kind of more transplants, people from Wisconsin, from other countries, or, like, from immigrant families. So, interesting. I'm extremely proud of moving to the U.S. and adapting. I didn't speak English, and it was a really rough start in the beginning. When it comes to love, Rohan wants to settle down with an open-minded and honest woman. Extremely curious and friendly, Rohan is always asking questions that draw others out of their shells, and he's looking for a strong communicator who can do the same. I don't like being kept in the dark. The one thing Rohan would never give up for romance is his close relationship with his tight-knit family. Makes sense. They taught me how to love, and so if I have to sacrifice my family to be with someone, I don't believe that would end up being a true love. That's cool. Two immigrant related backstories back to back here, which is cool. I feel like it makes people a lot more interesting. No shade. I mean, I relate. I'm like them. Um, but yeah, I don't know if we'll see him much. I don't recall in the trailer seeing him much, but cool to show those stories. Please, Rohan, be chill. Please be chill. He seems like a sweet kid. For real. We can hope. We can hope. Represent us immigrants well. um, okay, that's the women. Wait, I never saw the guy with the haircut. I must have missed him. Maybe it was this guy. That might be the haircut. Well, it didn't matter. I don't remember what the haircut guy did in the trailer anyway. Yeah, we'll see if we see Rohan much. I'll go back to the trailer at the end and try to be like, connect the dots, even though I'm not going to remember many of these white men's yet, or tell them apart just yet. Allie. Okay, the women. Yay. Yay, women. Best for last. Wait, we didn't get Booger Man either. Yeah, okay, we gotta find the Booger Man at least, because it's in the same page. Maybe it's the guy, I think it's this guy, the party guy. It might be this party guy. Oh my god, I can't believe he would admit that. No, you didn't miss him. I mean, we did miss him, but... Hello? Well, I guess it doesn't... Oh. Okay, we're gonna find him. Okay. Okay, no. Oh, she hates gamers. I'm gonna look out for her. Oh, yeah. Her eye condition. Oh, Rohan. We just met him. It's Edmund. Yeah, he's the party guy with the good outfit. Oh, no. So disappointing. So disappointing. Okay, Edmund, yes. This guy with the energetic realtor. Oh, don't tell him you can ask him to take it down a notch, but you can't tell him to slow his roll. He needs to take it down a lot of notches if he's telling people this. Why? So, watch out for Edmund, Booger Man. He seems like a fun time, though, at least. Good TV if we see any of him. Oh. Wild. Booger Man loves to party, got it. Edmund, yeah. Okay, women. Allie. Gorge. 29. Everyone's 29. Suspicious. Nurse. The intro said we had a lot of nurses as well. Born in Brazil. Latina. Love it. Allie is a first-generation immigrant who's proud to have learned English and built a life in the U.S. I wonder if several of these immigrant background contestants will bond over this. I love that. In the pod, she hopes to meet an ambitious and hardworking guy with a similar sense of discipline. Dating in Denver, Allie has encountered a lot of boys who aren't ready to grow up, and she's only in the market for men. I don't want a boy. I want a man. Classic dating show. I'm looking for a leader, somebody that inspires me to be a better person, somebody that I can do the same for. But Allie has high standards. So any man who wants to date her will need to rise to the occasion, and they'll have to do so with humility because for her, a big ego is a major red flag. Okay, yeah. Plus, he'll have to take the lead on cleaning, as chores are the last thing on her mind while she pursues another degree. If I do find a partner here, they'll have to be okay with me being in school and being extremely busy for a couple years. Interesting, because a lot of the men said, if she's not clean, forget about it. So I don't know. But Brazilian, I love that. She's fierce. She has tattoos. We don't see that often. And the women. Very gorgeous. We'll see. I mean, she sounds like a little busy to get married. But, okay, girl. You do you, I guess. Anastasia, 29 again. Nurse again. Taurus. Oh, love a Taurus. Okay. All these men like, ew, I hate a woman with a personality, and then she, I know, and Allie being like, I'm so picky, I'm high standards, like, oh girl, we don't really have the best offering here, from what we've seen. Okay, Anastasia, don't be fooled by Anastasia's dachshund tattoos. Where? It doesn't mean she has a dog. It actually symbolizes all the hot dogs she's eaten on trips to Chicago. What is this bio? So random. Okay, Anastasia relishes good communication, and because both her parents are therapists, she's often complimented on her ability to make others feel heard. Oh my god, but she shouldn't have to play therapist to her partner, but we'll see. Okay, she puts her empathetic nature and listening skills to good use in her career as an oncology nurse. When she's not at the hospital, you can usually find her blowing off steam on the dance floor. Anastasia has danced on stage with Flo Rida and has been known to start dance battles anytime she's out on the town. Sorry, all we got for you is guys that sing Queen and Journey. That's the best we can offer. Though she's looking for a man who will grow with her, she's not willing to change for anyone else. Good for her. In the past, I've completely lost myself for a partner. That's not something I will ever do again. I feel like someone who's like the children of therapists, or from what I've seen like on TV and stuff, they're usually pretty well adjusted. And I'm worried she's not going to find any man that meets her at her level here, unfortunately. Oh, Penguin, you work in oncology psych. That's fierce. That's amazing. And that's fierce of her, Anastasia. Give it up for the nurses. And oncology for sure. Okay. Okay. Anna. I believe we saw her quite a bit in the trailer. Love the dress. Love the color. Hairstylist. Virgo queens. Unite. Okay. If Anna had one piece of advice for men in the dating scene, it would be go to therapy. I'm worried for these women already. Like, they're saying good things in their bios. And the men were... Oh, God, I'm scared now. Okay, whatever. Moving along. That's why the key to her heart is emotional maturity. She's searching for an easy and authentic connection with someone not too bro-y. Love it. Who loves going to concerts as much as she does. Concert queen. Love it. Music is a big part of my life. Anna also wants a partner who can calm her mind, as she tends to overthink things. She's not willing to give up her core values for love, and that includes her political views and focus on family. Okay. Political views mentioned? Are they going to be, like pro human rights? I hope. Okay, if she ever sees a suitor being disrespectful to their parents, she'd immediately get the ick Anna is fluent in 2 languages, polyglot, perhaps, and keeps a very tidy home. The men will love that. That's what they're all looking for. Her friends often comment that her apartment looks sterile, but that doesn't mean she's uptight. Those who know her best call Anna bubbly, fun, and easygoing. I'm excited for her. She seems like she has a personality. Love a hairstylist. Love a Virgo woman. Love music. I love concerts. Someone not too bro-y. That's kind of a hard ask here, but someone fluent in 2 languages? Ugh. I'm living. Why are the men so uninteresting? I know. Anna's a baddie. I wish her all the best. She's stunning, a queen. I know, right? Tattoos. They're fierce. The women. Why is life like this? I'm excited. I think we're going to see a lot of her. She was in the trailer. And I'm going to be looking out for her. 28. She's on the younger side. But she seems like she has it together. So I'm not worried about her. Okay. Who's this? Annie. Okay, Anna and Annie. I think she's the one who's in the trailer a lot and like her hair looks, I don't mean it to be shady, but it looks like extensions or like synthetic of some sort. And that stood out to me in the trailer to like remember her by. Also, these leather joggers are a choice, but I appreciate, hair salon owner. She's doing something. She has personality. Okay. This hairdresser has had a lot of practice making conversations with clients, so she won't have any problems talking to a wall. As the owner of her own salon, Annie has no interest in men who are lazy or don't support her ambitions to continue growing her business. Though she's constantly getting compliments on her long blonde locks, which are almost always perfectly styled, she isn't afraid to rough it. Growing up in a very small town, there were only 25 students in her graduating class. She spent a lot of time camping and fly fishing. Okay, the outdoorsy stuff. She even had a pet cow named Rudolph. While Annie has since moved to Colorado's biggest city all by herself, she still looks up to her dad, who's never let her down. She also tends to compare all of her relationships to her parents' fantastic marriage. Hopefully someone can live up to that high bar. Penguin says leather joggers. Leisure has gone too far. I mean, I appreciate the choice. It's a little Halloween-y, but, this premieres October 1st. Maybe she was thinking ahead here. But I think she's going to be featured. If she's the one I'm thinking of in the trailer, she had, like, her hair in the claw clip, and she has a lot of hair going on. I imagine it's extensions, being a hair salon owner. But, yeah, I think she's going to be there. She sounds like what a lot of the men are looking for, so maybe that's why she'll end up engaged. And, yeah, I mean, she's on her own in Colorado, trying to live up to her parents. That's going to be tough, but we've seen it happen. Like, the ones last season, the only ones that got married last season, Taylor and the kind of DiCaprio looking guy. It's happened. I don't know though. We'll see. She's in the trailer a lot, so maybe there's drama. But I'll remember her. I'll remember her and her joggers. Okay, Ashley. The men are gonna go feral over a blonde woman who grew up camping and fly fishing. Yeah, I'm saying. She has, like, what they're looking for. She has it. And yes, a lot of the men were like, love a blonde who's fit. Whatever. Okay. Ashley bringing the bandage dress back. Okay. Appreciate that. 35. Millennial. Director of Compliance. Another Aries. I don't know. This is like HR, I guess. Ashley's friends and family say she beats to the rhythm of her own drum, but since she's been single forever, Ashley is starting to get a little tired of keeping up that beat all on her own. Fair. I wouldn't consider myself to have ever been in a real relationship. Why? According to Ashley, she's an alpha in all areas of her life. Oh my god, the men are gonna hate that. Ugh, sorry, girl. Especially when it comes to work, which leaves her little time to date. Ashley wants to find a partner who can take some responsibility off her shoulders so she can relax, let me rest, and be confident that you're going to keep me safe and that you can make a decision. I'm willing to follow you if you have direction. In other words, to get in with Ashley, you've got to be a boss person, especially if you're going to join in on her favorite family tradition, an annual Christmas Eve game night that usually involves a lot of trash talk. I feel like she's going to intimidate like all the men, unfortunately, because she's such a boss. She's a director, career woman. The men are going to be like, next. Oh my god, remember Next? That show was crazy. Yeah. She seems very career oriented, and I think the men are going to be like, not too into it. She's an alpha. I mean, I would hope she could find a man that wouldn't be so intimidated by that. Maybe the 41-year-old who's more secure, but I don't know. I'm concerned. Okay. What about bold choice of print here? I feel like I could make this. My thing lately has been I've been sewing and learning to sew. And now every outfit I see, I think, can I make that? And occasionally I'm like, I think I could make that one. I think I can make this one. These men like, I want a woman who's an alpha when it comes to cleaning the house. Exactly. And cooking. Yeah. Okay, Azza. Oh my god. Like Shaws of Sunset. Azza. Okay, Azza. I'm gonna remember. Events manager. Okay. If you ever need to find Azza, look for the nearest concert. Okay, at least we know the girlies will find some concert buddies for each other. For Pod Squad, girl squad vibes. Okay. In the last year, she went to 37. What's 37? Oh, I thought it was a place. 37 concerts? Girl, that's goals, honestly. Okay, and now she's searching for the perfect partner and exploring the music scene. He just can't get embarrassed when she inevitably starts dancing. Even among big crowds, her friends describe her as the most positive and happy person in the room. In relationships, however, that's a double-edged sword, as Azza never wants to start a potentially negative conversation and tends to hold things in. Oh no. Azza likes to make sure that those around her are having a good time, so of course she values people who carry that same respect for others. It's a key quality she'll be looking for in the pods. Despite always being on the go and constantly cooking up fun, Azza is actually quite introverted and enjoys solitude. I'm very independent and love the life I've built for myself, so I have high standards and won't settle for just anyone. Interesting. I don't know. Maybe she gives a little people pleaser. I don't know. We'll have to see. But struggling with conflict and conversations, that might be tough in such an expedited process like this. But yeah, she's very outgoing, but also kind of introverted. Interesting. Oh, so she got money. That's so true. I'm like, wait, why haven't I been to 37 concerts? Oh, yeah. This Ticketmaster and the scalpers make it unaffordable. That's true. Events manager. Oh, maybe she gets free. Maybe she has the hookups with the venues. Yeah. That's fun, though. She seems like a great time. And I hope we see her. I'm not sure we will. Okay, ooh. She looks great. Her face. Gorge. China. 39? Wow. She looks so good. Okay, marketing manager. And a Leo. I see that. Leos always have great hair. um, if you just look at the surface, you might think I'm a diva. Diva. Don't apologize for that. Her name's China, but this makeup artist, not marketing manager, girl, what is it? This makeup artist is a secret goof who's hoping to find a partner accepting of her many quirks and tendency to laugh at her own jokes. Plus, she couldn't care less if you don't wear name brand clothing, as long as it's freshly laundered. Dirty underwear gives me the ick. After 5 years of being single, China just wants to connect with a self-assured man who puts in the effort and is consistent. Qualities that have been severely lacking in the Denver dating scene. But this is the Denver dating scene, so well, I don't think we're getting much different is what we're learning, I feel like, city to city. I have not given up on love, but I'm not settling until I find someone who's serious about me. That someone will also have to share China's strong faith and not be too bothered by her sarcasm, which, for the record, she's working on. I mean, good for her. She's a diva. She's fierce. Gorge. And, I mean, hot people love to say they're so goofy, so crazy, but they're just pretty normal. I think that's what's going on here, as it's happening with a bunch of the contestants we've seen, but love her. I sense it. She's a diva. Okay, Hillary, also 39. Wow, I love seeing that. I worry the men are going to be like, I feel like the men average was lower, to be honest. Okay, another Gemini. Okay. I'm trying to remember faces. Hillary has always been able to hold her own among a group of guys. Oh no, she's one of the boys, not like other girls. In high school, she was the goalie on the boys' varsity ice hockey team. Fierce. She still plays to this day. When she isn't on the rink, you can find her snowboarding on the slopes. Oh my god. Okay, the guys will love this. Though she's typically attracted to athletic men, her future partner doesn't necessarily have to be on board with winter sports. They can forget about après ski. The fuck is that? Oh god. Do I need vocabulary refreshers? As long as they're willing to après with me. Whatever that means. Hillary, however, is quick to add that she's looking for someone who aspires to be more than just a ski bum. What? Okay. She needs an ambitious man who supports her career. Before moving into medical device sales, Hillary was an ER trauma nurse for 14 years. And during the pandemic, she even moved to New York to work with FEMA as a COVID crisis nurse. Wow. Fierce. Her only other qualification is that her future husband must be obsessed with her beloved dog, Eeyore. Been a while since we got a dog mention. Kind of surprising, but nice. That's fierce. Trauma nurse. I've seen The Pit. It is crazy. A says, I win a lot of tickets to things. It's doable if you can get an in. I agree. Yeah, the concerts. Good for Hillary. Good for her. She was out saving lives while we were, well, not y'all, some of y'all. Penguin works in health as well, but while I was at home making YouTube videos, she was saving lives in COVID times. But yeah, Very sporty girl. I think the guys will love that. All the winter sports. I forget that, like, I just think of like hiking with Denver, but there's mountains with snow, so that means there's skiing and snowboarding. But this makes me think they have like surfer bums is what I think of, but ski version. I didn't know that could happen because skiing is so expensive that I'm like, what's a ski bum? But that's, I guess, winter sports things I wouldn't understand. But good for her. She's fierce. Hope we see more of her. Okay, oh my god, Sydney Sweeney? Sydney Sweeney's on the season? Casey, 34, hair and makeup artist. She looks like Sydney Sweeney in this picture. But like Republican makeup, Sydney Sweeney. uh, as the comedian of her friend group, oh my god, hot people. A very rare few of hot people are like really funny, but I feel like it's very rare, and I'm always skeptical of a hot person saying they're funny. We'll have to watch the show to find out. Um, okay, as a comedian of her friend group, Casey's searching for a sarcastic guy who communicates through funny movie quotes. There was a guy that communicated via movie quotes. I wonder if it was the Jim and Pam office guy. Oh my god, they're really setting it up. Not Sydney Sweeney. She looks like her. Movie quotes. I wonder what movies they're quoting. I want to know. Okay. She loves to laugh. She's also a big crier, so any man that wants to be with her should also have a soft side and maybe a handkerchief handy. Casey is excited by the prospect of connecting with other single souls first in the experiment. In the past, she's built relationships around initial attraction, which has only ever led to heartbreak. She also typically dates younger guys, so in the pod, she hopes to close the age gap. She has a good chance. The youngest is like 28, so that's not that crazy, and there's a good amount in their 30s. If she meets an outgoing and intentional person who doesn't mind that she's constantly singing show tunes, oh, I love that. She'll eagerly accept a proposal and even invite them to join her fantasy football league. Okay, she's the fantasy football league. I feel like the men won't like that. I mean, if they're toxic, they won't like that. But if they're not, they should be really happy because I feel like a woman enjoying fantasy football, few and far between, could not be me. But I want to see this comedy. You know, this sarcasm and movie quotes. I'll be the judge. But maybe we'll see more of her. I mean, I really think they're setting up something with the movie quotes guy, because that's like specific enough to say to mean something. Okay, Kate, spelled in the most unique way I've ever seen. Kate, she kind of looks like, I'm so sorry to say this, she kind of looks like Janet from the Valley. Sorry to her. I mean, it's no shade. Janet's a pretty person. She's just not the most favorite in that cast, if you're not familiar. But it's more of a personality thing, for sure. Okay, Kate, dietitian. Hyper-independent Kate has been waiting for a life-changing and soul-shaking connection after her longest relationship of 8 years didn't end in marriage. She's wasted her time on too many poor quality men. Now she's looking for a husband, not just a boyfriend, whom she can rely on in the long term. Her type is tall and muscular. Okay. But she's heading into the experiment in hopes of opening herself up to someone she may not traditionally go for. As she often feels misunderstood, I feel like a lot of people perceive me differently than I am. Kate has built the career of her dreams as a dietitian, which means she doesn't think she could be with someone who doesn't take care of themselves. And it's not just physical well-being that matters. Kate wants a man who's also done the inner work. Yeah. You have to be secure within yourself and know what you want. Your partner isn't there to complete you. Wow, so many of these women are pretty healthy in their bios in comparison to the men. Yeah, sounds like she was in a long relationship. That didn't work out. She's 33. Honestly, very young still for the cast. She looks like Hannah from the DC season. Yeah, kinda. She's a mix of Hannah and Janet. Janet from the Valley. Yeah, nothing too stands out to me. Dietitian, the only thing I'm like, is she gonna be? Are we gonna have a grocery shopping scene? That's the thing with like people intense about their diet, but I doubt it. She seems chill enough. We'll see. Okay, Calabria. 29 again. Social worker, Virgo queen again. Calabria's future husband will have to be in love with the sound of her voice because she talks a lot and values men who actually listen. Well, I know what man you don't want to meet. The guy who hates women who talk. I forgot who, but one of the guys. Good thing this experiment is all about conversation. Calabria wants a husband who will continue to put in the work after the I do's. They should love me for who I am today and be willing to love me when I am a new person in 5 years. But to make it to the aisle, Calabria, no, she'll have to change her dating habits. I fall in love with potential and stay too long after seeing red flags. No, girl. The biggest one in the pause will be if someone asks about appearance and doesn't lean into vulnerability. But if she leaves the experiment with the sporty man of her dreams, okay? We got a lot of sporty men to offer. Calabria can't wait to meal prep and gym for the rest of their days. Maybe the chicken guy? Oh, God. I don't want to put anyone with the chicken guy, but... yeah, she seems chill. I don't like she falls for the red flags. What if she ends up with the scammer? The scammer guy. I'm scared if anyone ends up with the scammer guy. But Calabria, fierce dress, fierce shoes. All right. Curly girl, Kaylin, 29? Someone's got to be lying. Someone. Account executive. Okay, maybe she'll bond with the finance bros. Charismatic Kaylin grew up in a martial arts family, and she won't hesitate to give negative guys with big egos the chop. Instead, she's looking for a lover of life, a lover of other humans, and a lover of animals. Okay, we got some dog boys. Kaylin strives to spread light in darkness and remind everyone in her life what makes them special. The same goes for her romantic relationships as she seamlessly steps into the role of her partner's personal hype woman. But don't take her kindness for weakness. Kaylin knows she has people-pleasing tendencies. After a year of being single, finding love has been a winding road. But Kaylin hopes to leave the pods with a guy who will drive through the Colorado mountains with her and off into the sunset. Worry about this people-pleasing side. I feel like I saw her in the trailer. I'm going to watch the trailer again at the end. I already said that, but... yeah. Martial arts, though. That's cool. And yeah, she seems like a very positive vibes girly, but maybe a little people-pleasy, looks like. But seems very nice. Very nice. I'm going to look out for her. She has curly hair. That stands out. Okay. Kaylin. Okay. Madison. Another Madison. I feel like I remember her from the Meet Meet the people. Oh, she's the one with the eyes. The blindness. Okay. Madison. UXUI. Leo, how's the hair? Pretty. In pursuit of true love, Madison went on 41 dates last year. More than the concerts the other girl went to. But came up empty. Now she's taking her search to the pods in hopes of finding a man with gentle energy, good banter, and last but not least, thick thighs. Oh. For Madison, this isn't just an experiment. She actually has a blinding eye disease, which could cause her to one day lose her vision. Love is blind, and I might be too. So I need to find someone that can stimulate my brain outside of physicality. Vivacious with a great vocabulary, Madison is very accomplished for her age. She graduated from high school at 16 and has built a successful career that allowed her to buy her first home at 26. Oh my gosh, she better work. Her future partner may be bothered by her habit of leaving cabinets and drawers open, but at least she also has a very open mind and heart. Oh my god, they're really stretching. They always find a way to stretch these paragraphs to make a thing. Like, the cabinets and drawers are open, just like my heart. Okay, girl. But good for her. I already talked about this at the beginning about the representation for disability. It's an interesting conversation to have when blind is in your show title name, and it's never been really addressed. So this is very interesting, and I'm interested to see if we see her much at all. I'm going to pay attention to her in the trailer. Okay, Megan H. Oh my god. Means we have another Megan. Megan H. 36. Property manager. Okay. On the surface, Megan H. may not look like your typical gamer. She's the gamer. Oh my god. That is until you spot her Zelda-inspired tattoo. Oh my god, where are my Zelda fans at? That's not it, though. That's just music. Or is it? I can't tell. Don't worry, she doesn't expect her future partner to geek out with her. Why not? That's easy enough to find. Okay, a male geek. As having separate hobbies and passions is key. One thing Megan does hope to share with her forever partner, however, is spirituality. Extremely self-sufficient, she sometimes struggles to ask for help, especially since she's used to making it work on her own. She even renovated her entire basement all by herself. Oh my god. Colorado people have basements. That's so nice. And I always get pissed off when I hear about people that have basements. Because we don't get that. It's like a whole other storage and whatever. Pisses me off. Never mind. But she couldn't go through life without her friends and family who have shaped her for the better. Megan can't wait to introduce someone special to them, but if he doesn't have his own friends or close bonds with his family, that's a major red flag. Yeah, great red flag. I love that. She's nerdy. Megan H. Love a nerdy person. Nerdy representation. Nintendo fan representation. I'm a Pokemon adult, so I get it. I love that. Finally, a girl that doesn't hate gamers and is a gamer because we exist. Love that. Love her. The spirituality thing, I wonder, usually, I feel like if they're not talking about God, spirituality means like more like New Age. At worst, like the spleen guy, Patrick, and Colty, but she doesn't give me that vibe. But I wonder if she hopes to share it with her partner, so I'm guessing if she's featured, we'll see what kind of spirituality this is. But she's giving more like alternative spirituality than like Christian necessarily, but you never know. Okay, Megan W. Megan W. loves anything that sparkles, so her friends call her Sparkle Megan. Very clever. A nickname that's sure to make her pop in the pods. As a self-described type A perfectionist, she sounds like the star of like a cheesy rom-com that's like she meets a guy who's a mess and crazy and she lets loose because of him. Like Katherine Heigl vibes. She always played those characters. Okay, this entrepreneur has seen the fruits of her labor. In her 20s, she found a lot of financial success, which now allows her to enjoy the finer things in life. But Megan still believes she's very down to earth. Treating others with respect is incredibly important, so if you're brunching with her, you better be polite to the waitstaff. Like, duh. Megan is hoping to meet an emotionally and financially secure partner who isn't easily threatened. Men are intimidated by my level of success. Yeah. And hey, a tall guy with muscles wouldn't hurt either. These women are about to be very disappointed. They're asking for everything. Megan knows she's asking for a lot, but with her tight schedule, she simply doesn't have time for anything less. I know who I am and what I deserve. Oh gosh. I'm worried for these women. Megan W. Yeah, another very career, successful woman. I don't know if the men will vibe with that. Hopefully. We can hope, but I'm not holding my breath either. Okay, Shelby, 35. Okay, I'm starting to lose track of the blonde ladies. Sorry about it. Another boss lady. Oh my god. Okay, Shelby. As a boss lady, real estate agent, Shelby knows how to seal a deal, but she still hasn't found a guy who feels like home. Huh. Perhaps it's because of the Denver dating pool. Guys, we're still in the Denver dating pool. I'm sorry to break it to you. Which is full of super outdoorsy men who just don't do it for her. Sorry, women, you gotta settle for a short king if you want a man that sees you as a person. It's kind of the tea. Penguin, for sure. I like someone who can put themselves together. Okay, like outfit-wise? Maybe Booger Man? Oh, God. No. Not me setting up with a woman with Booger Man. Great. She describes her ideal type as a preppy cowboy. Again, Austin vibes. I think too many Austin people moved to Denver now. In the pod, she's hoping the bright guy with the bright manners lassos her attention. Men need to be chivalrous, learn how to court properly, and be a gentleman. But most of all, Shelby is searching for a partner who will make her feel emotionally taken care of through life's ups and downs. When she finds him, she has plenty to bring to the table. The compliment that I receive most from others is I exude confidence. And I have a good butt. Okay. Again, asking for the moon a bit with this dating pool we have. Also, if the super outdoorsy men aren't doing for her, I got bad news. They all are super. You're in Denver. Maybe she should move. Move to New York. Girly. Oh, she's the last one. Yeah, I don't know. I'm worried for these women. A lot of them, or like all of them, seem super cool and accomplished, a lot of them. And interesting and have personalities, and the men were not giving much personality aside from a few outliers. The bios were very generic, and they usually are, but like for the women, I feel like I saw a lot more personality stand out in each compared to the men, where it was just kind of like, we love love, or I love my family, I want a woman who cleans. I don't know, it's just like kind of the default template a little bit. So I'm a little worried. So far. Also, Love is Blind has traumatized me at this point for mostly men on the show. They just like seem good at first and then it all falls apart. most of the time. And it's a little worried. Penguin says, listen, my aunt is a lesbian therapist that works in Denver. I can connect these women if they need some help. Okay. Should make a TikTok. Put it out there. For real. No, yeah, they're cool ladies. A lot of like older too, like mid 30s to late 30s, which is cool. I don't know, man. Let me see this trailer again. Sorry, no audio, but we'll see if now we know them. I think. So let me see who's featured. If I confuse them, I'm sorry. I don't know them that well yet. Very millennial season, yeah. I mean, their ages line up with very, like, squarely millennial, not even cusps. Aside from, like, the 29-year-olds, which is, like, probably, like, half the cast. But the other half was, like, millennial. Which, love that. I'm fine with it. I love millennials. I am one. Okay, he's the chicken guy. The hair. Oh, Sydney Sweeney. Chicken. Oh. Wait, the guy that says he got snipped, I think is the chicken guy who has a 4-year-old child. So that's kind of adding up a lot more. Right? A says, I'd be surprised if anyone gets married this season. I agree. I'm feeling mess. That's what the predictions are. Just based on like the dating scene too in Denver. Okay, this is Patrick. We saw he had a personality, but he was into poker and gambling. That scares me. Okay, wait, Anna. She was fierce. I remember that. Okay. Who the heck was that? Oh my god. Eyebrows. Is it him? No. This is some Guess Who has... Oh, him. Joe. Average Joe. Virgo. Queen. Okay. He proposes. No, I thought it was a Russian guy too, but it's this guy. I think it's this guy. Joe. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna see Joe again. Very basic stuff. Oh, the God. He's the Christian. Okay. Come back. Hair. Oh, okay. Brazilian girl, Ali, the first. She's gonna be, looks like, at a reveal. Oh my god, sorry, this is spoiling, kind of. But it's a trailer, I don't know. Brazil. High standards. Oh, she's busy with school. That's gonna be a conflict, probably. I think that's her, right? Yeah, that's her. I don't think she'll be with Average Joe, but blindsided. Okay, chicken guy's in. Okay, that's Joe again, I think. Chicken. Okay, this guy I'm not gonna be able to identify. They probably mix up clips. Yeah, I don't think Brazilian girl is with Joe. I think it's just whatever. Okay, I think she's the hair salon owner. Pretty sure she had the hair. I noticed it. She has extensions. Where'd she go? There's so many A names. Oh, Annie. That's her, right? Yeah. Hairdresser. Parents had good marriage. Yeah, yeah, camping and fly fishing. We knew she'd make it. She'd make it through. But it looks like some drama. Looks like some BS going on. Low-key feel bad for these men. They're booger guy, chicken gambler. I'm sorry. This is how they identified themselves. Okay, Patrick's there. Joe. Joe looks important. Oh. I think she's the last one of the last ones we just saw. Her. I think that's her. Yeah. Oh no, she's crying. Megan W. Sparkle, Megan. Oh no. He's gonna steal her sparkle? No. Oh, men are intimidated by her success. She's a career lady. Interesting. Damn. Oh, okay. She's Brazil girl. Not into the partying. I think she's the one with the eyes. I think she makes it. Okay, see, this is like the haircut I was talking about, but I never figured out who it was. I think it might be like the last guy, one of the last guys. No. This guy, Nick. He had like, oh, the watch. Okay, the watch. The duathlete, whatever that is. Okay. Sorry, did Booger Man make it through too? I don't know, did he? I'm scared. I haven't seen... It goes really fast. Okay. I think, is this the diva? Oh, I don't know. These go so fast. Okay, no. Sorry, I'm just clicking. Okay. Is this Honeymoons or Pod Squad? Probably Honeymoons, huh? Is this Booger Man? Girl? Oh no. This is the haircut, guys. This is Joe. I don't know who she is. Is she the eyes? Eyes? Sorry, that their identifiers might be problematic, but this is how we gotta... We don't have much to go off of. I think it might be her. Her. Right? Madison. I still don't know who that man is. Oh, watch guy, right. Oh, God. Oh my God. She makes it to the altar. The Brazilian girl. She's beautiful. Well, that's Love Is Blind season 9. Looks like, yeah, some of the chicken guy, booger guy, gambling guy, they all make it. I mean, that's why they're probably most distinct. They probably stand out in the dating. I'm excited. I think it's gonna be a mess. Sounds like the blindsiding thing is interesting as a theme. It's kind of scary. I don't know. It's almost here. It's almost here. I'm excited. All these women are absolutely stunning, gorgeous. Absolutely, they are. They are. Yeah. Sadly, this is probably the most uneven men and women I've seen. I mean, I get amnesia season by season. I don't remember really the cast reveals each season, but I feel like usually the women are kind of as generic as the guys in the paragraph. But this one felt a little more like uneven. In that the men were more generic, and then the women kind of stood out, like showed their personality more. And a lot of like them are older and successful business ladies, so that's gonna be interesting. I mean, it's always a wild ride. We'll see. It's tough. I feel like not every season is a winner, and so it's like it's kind of a gamble. Which one it's gonna be. Like, they love season 4, they love season 6 and 7. But all the other seasons they hate, which I get. Like, they, as in Love is Blind, like, and at the reunions, they don't get it. Those seasons get more featured at, like, events and stuff, official events. They invite a lot of people from those seasons. It's interesting. I wonder what kind of season this is going to be. I hope a good one. I hope one that Love is Blind can get behind. We always hope that, but I don't know. The show's kind of a mess a lot of the time, too. And I don't know. The men are... I'm worried about, like, a successful marriage. Penguin says, I mean, Portland and Seattle were so bad they had to mash them into one season. I mean, but that was a great season. One of the best in my rankings. That's a great season. But yeah, they love 6 as well. Like, that was like North Charlotte, or sorry, I get Raleigh, one of the Carolinas. Oh, I forget. With the EpiPen, the EpiPen? Yeah, the EpiPen, and like, it was a mess, but they love it for some reason. As somebody from Portland. Oh, that's so cool. I'm jealous. You live in Portland. That's another place Austin people move to. Which, I get it. That sounds cool. But yeah, I'm excited nonetheless. We have less than a week, Wednesday. I'm going to do my best to get a video out, or watch it as fast as I can and make a video. And then a second video the next week, and just do the regular traditions. I also want to sneak in like a Project Runway video at some point soon. I hope I can. Love is Blind is priority and everything, and that'll be first, but this Project Runway season has been crazy. It like switched networks after a long break, and it's kind of like really bad. So I just want to like rant and complain about it. But that'll be like an in-between kind of bonus thing, in between Love is Blind things. But season 9, yay! That's crazy, season 9. And they're casting like every city. Like, if your city hasn't had a Love is Blind, trust, there's a casting call out for your city right now. Because Austin was named, there was like 5 cities that are all like casting all at once. So I just hope the Austin one comes soon, and I need someone. I just really want to know somebody. Like, I'm of the age where I should know somebody on it, but I'm also like weird, and I mean, I'm a weirdo for real. Well, no, not like that, but like, I'm more alternative and less like traditional heteronormative circles here, so it's like I don't really hang out with people that would go on this. But hopefully, maybe I'll be a couple degrees of separation. Someone I went to college with or something. But yeah, that'll be interesting. But for now, we're in Denver. Remember? Let's go. That's exciting. Penguin says, thanks for the stream. Always happy to yap and bluff. Thank you for being here in chat. Thanks to A for also chatting, and Sarah earlier. I appreciate y'all being here, and this has been a great opening ceremonies for the Miscellaneous channel. I love doing streams, and there will be more streams to come at the end of the season when the finale drops and reunion. I usually do streams for those two things. Yeah, let me know your predictions for the season, or any of the TikTok tea aside from like the scammer guy that's been going on. Love to hear about it. I probably in my first video won't have like a lot of chatter, or like I won't see fan reaction because I try to make my video as quick as I can. So I'm kind of like usually going in just raw for the first video, which I think is a good thing, so that in the second video I can follow up and talk about all the fan reactions, how they've been. So just let me know if you have thoughts, put it in the comments, or like once it premieres, put it in the comments. I'm happy to hear about it. But yeah, tune in to the Miscellaneous channel, subscribe, like, support the videos. I think YouTube was doing a thing where it's like you can hype a video, which I haven't seen like on my end, like watching YouTube, that's a thing. So never mind. I don't know if that's a thing, but if y'all know how to hype a video, hype my Love is Blind videos to like, apparently the smaller channel you are, the more one hype is worth or something. I don't really get it, and I don't know if it's out yet, but keep that in mind for your favorite creators. Finally, smaller creators might have a chance to like have a feature that helps them. Keep an eye out for that. But Penguin says, my predictions are that the men will ruin all the women's lives. LMAO. Tried and true prediction. So true. So true. I always try to give the men a chance, because then people in the comments are like, you hate men. And I'm like, well, at this point, they have a track record, and I'm now falling for it again. And they're guilty until proven innocent at this point. But yeah, excited for Denver. I like all the buzz, and it's just funny. The city and area has such a distinct personality. It'll be funny to see all the Coloradoisms going on, and I can relate to some of it from Austin and probably Portland too. It's just kind of those outdoorsy cities that people make hiking their whole personality vibe. But yeah, thanks so much for watching this stream, whether you were live or on demand later. And yeah, I hope y'all have a good night, a good week, and I will be here next week, not live, but making a video and putting one out. So look out for that. Turn on the bell if you were trying to get on it, or just subscribe. And yeah, I hope you have a good night. Let me see if I can remember how to end the stream. I never remember. And I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.